Picture this. You're a filmmaker who dared to steer the iconic Star Wars saga into bold, new territories, only to be met with a tidal wave of passionate outrage from fans worldwide. But what if that very backlash didn't crush your ambitions? It actually fueled them. That's the surprising revelation from director Rian Johnson, who insists the heated reactions to The Last Jedi didn't spell the end for his Star Wars dreams. Stick around, because this story flips the script on what we thought we knew about Hollywood flops and fan fury. Crafting a Star Wars film isn't for the faint of heart. You might emerge as a hero, like J.J. Abrams did with the wildly popular The Force Awakens, only to face a disappointing comeback in The Rise of Skywalker, which fans largely panned as a letdown. Or you could settle for the At Least You Tried award, as seen with directors like Phil Lord and Chris Miller on uncredited reshoots, or Josh Trank on the troubled Fantastic Four reboot. Then there's the limbo of development hell, where projects linger endlessly, as with Taika Waititi and James Mangold, who are reportedly tangled in their own Star Wars ventures. And don't forget those rare successes that redefine the franchise. Rian Johnson lands somewhere in the middle with his critically praised yet polarizing The Last Jedi, the 2017 entry in the sequel trilogy that divided audiences between those who hailed its innovative storytelling and those who felt it betrayed the series' core appeal. Originally, the plan was for Johnson to direct Episode 8, contribute to the overarching plot of the Skywalker saga finale in Episode 9, and even helm his own original Star Wars trilogy. But as everyone knows, reality took a sharp turn, with the common belief pinning the blame on the intense online backlash against The Last Jedi, which amplified voices of discontent across social media platforms. But here's where it gets controversial. Johnson himself is pushing back against that narrative. During a promotional appearance for his latest film, Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery, at the Newport Beach Film Festival in California, shared via a fan's post on X, he firmly stated that fan reactions didn't doom his trilogy. In fact, he claims they motivated him to pursue it further. "No, not at all," he said. "In fact, it's the reason that I wanted to. My overall experience with putting The Last Jedi out and what you're talking about with fan feedback. I mean, first off, I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, so I know the deal. I know that Star Wars fans are passionate about this stuff. We love the stuff we love, we hate the stuff we hate, and we fight about it. And that's been happening since the original trilogy." Johnson describes The Last Jedi as the most rewarding chapter of his career, especially in terms of fan engagement. To help newcomers grasp this, think of Star Wars as a massive family reunion, where everyone has strong opinions about the same stories. Some adore the epic battles in the original trilogy, while others debate the prequel editions or the new sequels. Johnson isn't off base about the long-standing fervor among Star Wars enthusiasts. Before the original films became cultural touchstones, think blockbusters that shaped pop culture. Movies like The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi received mixed reviews at the time, with audiences splitting on their merits. Even the prequels, directed by George Lucas, were once ridiculed as mere jokes in popular culture, though younger fans have since championed them. And as for the sequels, well, history might eventually soften their edges too. But that deep-seated sense of personal investment is something Johnson experienced firsthand. He elaborated, "The notion that Star Wars has been this kind of Shangri-La, united fandom, and that anything could then split that apart. The reality is, Star Wars has always been something that has meant different things to different people. And I think that's part of the fun and the passion of it as fans, is arguing about it respectfully." As shared in a tweet from Star Wars Culture detailing Johnson's discussion at the festival, writer-director @Rian Johnson discusses #Star Wars, #The Last Jedi at the Newport Beach Film Festival. Johnson also shared how, in the years following The Last Jedi's release, he's connected with fans who have profound ties to both the film and the broader Star Wars universe. And so it's been the most positive experience I've ever had with anything I've made. In terms of interacting with people who've seen it, I came out at the other end of it loving Star Wars fandom more than I did even going into it, he added. It's not hard to believe the ever-optimistic director, given his past comments on how much he enjoyed dipping his toes into the Star Wars world. Whether or not he actually gets to produce that trilogy is still up in the air, though. And this is the part most people miss. Could it be that controversy actually strengthens creative pursuits rather than derailing them? Is Johnson's perspective a refreshing counter to the doom and gloom tales of Hollywood backlashes? Or is he just sugarcoating a painful truth? What do you think? Does fan passion build up filmmakers or tear them down? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you agree with Johnson's take or if you see it differently. Could this change how we view divisive hits in the future?